Man, this was hard. YouTube, what's goody, man? It's your boy Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I talk about fragrance and fashion on this channel. So if any of those things are interesting to you, I hope you guys won't mind hitting that little subscribe button down there in the corner. And make sure you hit the bell icon as well. That way you get notified when I upload new content on this channel. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to do something that that's going to make me really happy, because I'm going to talk with you guys about 25 of my favorite fragrances in my collection as it stands today. This was an extremely hard list to put together. And, I found myself really kind of, almost stressing out about what am I actually going to put on this list. And I had like another 10 or 15 fragrances that, when I got down to the last 5 or so, I had to really take some deep thought to really come up with what I would consider to be the top 25 in my collection. Because again, that was really, really hard to do. But by the same token, it's fun because I'm just going to be talking really quickly about 25 of my favorites. Now, again, I know, listen, your mileage may vary. There may be some on this list that, wouldn't make your top 25, but that's the beauty of this hobby. So down in the comment section, you guys don't have to write out 25, but at least let me know what your top 5 fragrances are in your collection. I would love to see what you guys would choose for yourselves. Now, with that being said, I put a little spin on this video. So I'm going to tell you guys about my top 25, but I'm going to do this in 5 minutes. So it's going to be a very brief description. I'm not going into a lot of detail about any of these fragrances. I just want to kind of show you what they are, give 1 or 2 words on each, and then I'm going to move on. So I'm not going to time myself on camera, but I will start the timer on my phone just to make sure that I keep it within that 5-minute limit that I want to hold myself to. This should be a little bit of fun. I'm going to talk about fragrances I love, share them with you guys, and I'm going to kind of time myself to see how fast I can do this. So that's what we're going to do. So if you want to see what's on my list, my top 25 fragrances in my collection as it stands right now, and you guys know the routine. Keep it locked right here.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. We're going to jump right into this video. A few housekeeping things really quickly. First off, you guys know I don't put my own fragrances on lists, but I would be remiss, obviously, if these were not in my top 25, which of course they are, because these are my creations. For those of you that are new to the channel, about 2 years ago, I did a collaboration with Navitus, and I released these 2 babies right here. And these are my babies, man. Serenade, and I did Obad. It's now called Lyrik. And these are 2 amazing fragrances. It's a great signature scent right here. Great fragrance, especially for the fall and winter season that we're in right now. It has some cognac, some coffee. I mean, it's an amazing fragrance. And then, of course, this signature scent right here. So if you don't have those, pick those up. Then, of course, this year, I did these 3, which was Divine Aphrodisiac, which comes in this nice, beautiful, dark, ruby red bottle. This has a beautiful peanut butter accord. I wore this the other day. This thing shines in the cold weather. If you don't have this yet, guys, you better make sure you get your hands on that. Then another great signature scent with some vanilla and tonka, which is Sartorio Nui. And I also did the Fresh Spring Summer Compliment Magnet, which is Eau Debonair in the green bottle. So those are 5 fragrances. Obviously, those are going to be in my top 25, but in the interest of not having people think that I'm being biased, obviously I don't put them on lists, but definitely, of course, in my top 25. So make sure you guys check out my collection of fragrances over at Navitus Parfums. You can still get a discount. They may be running a sale right now, but I'll link it down below where you can make sure you check those out. Like I said, guys, there are a few fragrances that just missed the cut, like some of my newer fragrances. I got a few from Argos that was really close, but I just got them. Want to spend some more time with those. But you guys know how this is, man. Everything couldn't make the list. So let's get it. I'm about to start the timer here. Give me just a moment. And I have to get the first fragrance in my hand before I start so that I'm fair to myself. So let me get the first one in my hand. Timer is set to 5 minutes. Let's go. So the first fragrance is from the house of Chanel, and this is Coromandel. This is a beautiful white chocolate and patchouli based fragrance. The next one is from the house of Parfums and Marley. This is Carlisle. I love this one. It's everything that I love in, you know, the other fragrances I love from the house, like Wajan, Leighton. All of those fragrances kind of combined in one bottle. This one has really become a favorite of mine as of late, Trench from YSL. This is a nice, creamy, iris-based fragrance, and I absolutely love that one. All right, this one is from the house of Louis Vuitton, Ombre Nomade. This is such a classy fragrance, man. It's oud and rose, but I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's not for everybody, but it's definitely for me. From the house of Xerjoff, Pico Valladama, a beautiful floral and aldehydic fragrance. Is very clean and soapy. One of my favorites from the brand. Now this particular fragrance is from the house of Christian Dior, the private collection, Ambre Nuit. And of course, amber is the main accord here. Amber and rose, and my God, I love this stuff. One I've talked about a lot here lately over the past couple months from the house of Tom Ford. Obviously, well, this has been the collection for a while. This is Oud Wood. Oud Wood, of course, is oud freaking good. One of my favorite fragrances, hands down. That will always be in my top 25. From the house of Killian, this is Apple Brandy. Apple Brandy. Not a lot of people talk about this one, man, but this is such a great fragrance. Of course, it has that booziness as well with the apple, just cedar wood. Amazing scent from Killian. Another one that will always be in my top 25 from Bleecker, for his bond number 9 is Bleecker Street. Blueberry, caramel, and violet leaves. Very green, spicy, kind of gourmand scent. Amazing stuff. Back to the house of by Killian, and this is called Angel's Share. This is boozy. You have the cognac, you have the praline, that sweetness, and the vanilla and tonka combination. This stuff is absolutely to die for. From the house of Roger Parfum, this is Burlington 1819. This is citrusy and spicy. I love this fragrance. This is Black Phantom from the house of by Killian. This is a nice coffee fragrance. Two of my favorite rose fragrances from bond number 9. This is New York Oud. I love that one. And then, of course, Portrait of a Man. This is rose and patchouli. From the house of Amouage, we have a beautiful spicy tobacco fragrance. This is Sichuan pepper and tobacco. This is called Journeyman. This one right here from the house of Initio Parfum. This is Blessed Baraka. This is sandalwood, a creamy sandalwood fragrance, and amber and cinnamon. I love that. The king is always going to be on the list. This is Creed Aventus. Tobacco Oud from Tom Ford. Of course, this is tobacco and oud, as the name indicates. Not for everybody, but definitely for me. One of my all-time oud rose fragrances. Of course, this is from Maison Margiela. This is called Oud Satin Mood. My favorite sheeper in my collection. This is from Roger. This is called Diaghilev. Another one from the house of by Killian. This is, of course, Straight to Heaven Extreme. Hypnotizing Fire from the house of the Harmonists. I love this fragrance right here. Cinnamon, one of the main notes here. I think we have 4 to go. Blue Sapphire. This is Rose, a beautiful candied rose fragrance from the house of Bodicea Victorious. We have, of course, Valiant from Bodicea Victorious as well. I love this stuff. This is a creamy orange and citrus fragrance. And then we have, of course, Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. Did it. That was 25 of my favorite fragrances in my collection in 5 minutes. Now that was a workout. But I hope that was fun for you guys. I had to run through these fragrances kind of quick. The good thing is this video won't require much editing because I had to get it in 5 minutes. What are some of you guys' favorites? Like I said, if you don't mind, drop it down in the comment section. What you would feel would be your top 5 fragrances in your collection as of right now. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys watching these videos, man. I couldn't do this without you, so I sincerely appreciate it. As always, if you guys don't mind, take a few moments to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you're sharing these out to some other folks that you think could use this information to find it entertaining. Look, I really appreciate it. We are reaching 100,000 subscribers, and that's very exciting. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing, man. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.